Welcome to Arjun Programming. In this video, you're going to learn about variables and data types. To start off, we're going to answer this question. What are data types? Data types are pretty much just things that hold values. And with data types, it's split into two groups, non-primitive and primitive. We're going to start off with non-primitive. First off, there's a string. And here's the syntax for making variables. It's the type, and then a space, and then the name of the variable, and then the equals, and then the value. And then at the end of all of the lines, it doesn't have to be like these, like the start of function is this here, but like if there has to be a semicolon. And then there's a list, which you get from, this is actually called an array, which you get from the type of the things that are gonna be in here, and then opening and closing brackets, and then the name, and then the equals, and then the value, which are in curly brackets. Separated by commas. And then there are classes, which you'll learn about in a different video. And in primitive types, there's a byte, that can store whole numbers from -128 to 127. And then there's a short, this actually, a byte takes up 1 byte, a short takes up 2, and a short can store whole numbers from like -30,000 or something but these values are around the limit of it. Then there's an integer, which is int. It stores whole numbers from -2 billion or around -2 billion to 2 billion, to around 2 billion. And then there's a long that stores whole numbers I don't really remember how much it is, but it's a lot. And then there's a Boolean that can store either true or false. This is used in if statements, which you'll learn about in a later video. And then there's a char. It stores one character, one string character in single quotes. String text is in double quotes. The character can also hold ASCII. Values. And yeah, that's all of them I can remember. And now we're gonna be doing typecasting, which there are 3 ways we're gonna do this. It's narrowing casting, which you do manually, like turning a character into a byte. Which you do manually, putting in the type that it's gonna turn it into, and then the like 65, and then we're gonna turn this into a byte, like this. So that's narrowing casting. Widening casting is done automatically. Oh, and also I forgot about 2 things. A float and a double. with up to 6 or 7 numbers with a float, and it actually also needs an S at the end of the number, and with a double, and a decimal stores up to 15 numbers. I mean a double. 15 numbers after the decimal point. So I can turn a float into a double. Which is done automatically. Is equal to so we can do 0.6 F. And then we can just take my float and then casting an int into a string. I mean a string into an integer is integer with the capital I dot parse int then in the parentheses we're gonna put the string. And that's it for the video, and see you in the next one.